there is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
We're back.
Hey, everybody. Purple Pill Podcast. It's the Purple Pill Show. I am the co-host over here.
PP Show.
Tim Botdos. Pinbot Toast.
Pinback dose.
Pinbat Dose. This is the show where we suspend our beliefs on what was and what is. And we use our imagination on what is and what could be. Transcending the Matrix, hacking the 3D, exiting the Truman Show. Here we go. Wow, so it's been a little bit here. Vacations, family vacations, personal vacations, right? You were out at Lake Havasu or something?
Yeah, for work, but it was like 50-50.
Sure. Love that place. I'm up in Yosemite with the family. Jumping in pools, creeks. The rocks up there are so smooth from the water flow for all the years that you can just slide down them like a slide, and then they end in these deep pools.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal. I mean, and they're everywhere.
I read about a guy doing that while you were up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he slipped or he jumped in, and the current took him down some 300-foot waterfall.
300 foot he lived?
No, he didn't make it.
Oh, my God. So, and he told you about it. See, folks, here we go. We're just
No.
downloads.
I just saw it. I remember seeing it on my feed, whatever news feed.
I see.
Maybe it heard us talking about
right, that I'm
your
going
trip
there
or something, but it was the same time you were up there. I was like,
what is this?
Oh, my gosh.
My algorithm is
I wonder if Cody
showing
was
me
around.
people die off 300-foot waterfalls. No, you got to make sure you're hiking up. So as you're hiking up, you're looking down into the creeks and the waters and things, and you're guesstimating, okay, this one looks safe enough. And then there's some locals that come up and do it, and you can kind of go after they go, you can see which ones are safe. However, the first one I went on, man, we took the kids. It was a huge hike, I don't know, 5 miles or something, man. And we went to this place called Devil's Slide. Devil's Slide.
That sounds fun.
Devil's Slide at Angel Falls.
Oh God.
Yeah, just let's go to Angel Falls, okay, and then let's go down Devil's Slide, and it's a 60-foot like straight
into
down
the death of Jesus
into the arms of the Lord. It's your final ride.
Yeah.
This thing, it's 60 feet straight down. The kids, I get up there. You have to scale this rock. I mean, I was scared. I look down. I get to the point where I'm supposed to get on the thing, and I'm looking down, and I'm just petrified. I'm like, I'm not doing this. And the kids are like, go.
You got this.
Go. So I did it, and it was the most thrilling and very scary.
I bet.
I mean, I was petrified. I came out of the water, and I was just like, I made it. I'm alive. And then the kids are like, yay. My wife is crying. Okay, my wife and my 6-year-old daughter are crying on the rocks because
you're in the devil's throat.
Because I'm on Devil's Slide.
Yeah.
But my other two, the two older ones, they're going, yeah, Dad, you did it. And they're like, can we go? And I'm like, no one can go. As a matter of fact,
no one's ever doing that again.
I'm not going, and you sure as shit aren't going. So we hiked down to some shorter, not as crazy slides. So 20 feet.
Yeah.
15 feet. Really fun. Still thrilling, exhilarating, but not like, I'm halfway down this thing and I'm just thinking, I fucked up. I screwed this whole thing up. I'm dead. I mean, I'm dead. It felt like jumping off one of the, back a few years in the 90s, the bungee jumping was the big thing.
Yeah.
It felt like some kind of thing like that, but with no rope. You're just, as soon as you put yourself onto the water, the flowing waterfall that's going to slide you down, once you make that decision to scoot over,
That's
There's
the
no
last
that's the decision you're ever going to make.
That's
yeah.
it.
You can't stop, you can't roll out, there's nothing you can do. You're just okay. That's it. And you're just thinking, fuck, there's no out. Like you get on a roller coaster, they strap you in, someone's accountable, someone's doing, thrill rides at Bungee, at least, you see that clipping on. Yeah.
Let me off.
Right. You can't do that here. There's no doing that.
Yeah.
And so I can't believe, I was happy I did it. We got video. It was all great and everything. But I mean, if I could have really told the kids, I was just dumbest thing I've ever done. Maybe. I mean, the Devil's Slide. No one else was there. Like you're hiking up, you see families at the normal ones. You see locals and families at all the normal slides.
The only people that were there were Satan and his demon.
Yeah, we saw one guy with his dog look at us like, "What are you doing here?" Yeah, and I go, "Are we close to Devil's Slide?" He looks behind him at a big waterfall and he goes, "I don't know if that's what we call it, but yeah, there's some waterfalls over there. Be careful." I'm like, "Okay." And then there's no trail down to Devil's Slide. It's just you're going through the bush. I mean, it's just inclines straight down with 6-year-old, 7-year-old, and 10-year-old. Well, no, we made it. It was fun. And then we hiked down to where the rest of the families are doing the safe slides.
Yeah.
And that was great. Yosemite all time, just complete majesty.
Yeah.
I can't help but think these things are, melted castles of some kind, though.
Oh, right.
I swear. It just looks like
a face.
Yeah, like a petrified
like,
giant.
Yeah.
On one hand, I think petrified giant on a couple of these things. Another one, I'm thinking, petrified castles that were melted by who knows what.
Right.
Back in the day, because it's just too perfect. And the valley, the way it looks like something out of Zelda, or Lord of the Rings.
It was the ghost of the fire ghost.
This ghost in the shell.
Yeah.
It was the fire ghost.
Yeah.
The one that went in the syringe.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So Tim and I we're catching up. We're best friends, of course. However, I've got a family. He's got 2 families, and things are going sideways, upside down sometimes. So we don't get to connect as much as we want to sometimes throughout the year. Other times we're talking every day. We're on the phone, or we're meeting up consistently for the show. Other times, 2 weeks can go by. We'll text each other, maybe a quick phone call.
Catch a show occasionally.
Yeah. Well, we should be doing more of that, but we've done a lot of that.
Right.
Anyway, our lives, we've got busy lives. So we did a lot of catching up for this. We met up to start outlining the content for today's show. And the story that Tim told me was it's just jaw-dropping. I mean, the synchronicity that this story requires is unfathomable. I mean, the what's the famous quote is how many coincidences before it's mathematically impossible to be a coincidence? It has to be something else, which we call synchronicity, right? And from the Purple Pill outlook, everything is synchronicity, and there is no more. There's been so many quote unquote coincidences now that just that word doesn't even exist to me anymore. Just everything is a synchronicity. Everything has meaning now. Everything has synchronicity now.
The signs are everywhere.
Yeah, they are. What is it? What is the famous scripture? Anything that goes out of God's mouth doesn't come back empty, right? And so that is kind of like the synchronicity, because everything's coming out of his mouth, whether it's your mouth, my mouth, his mouth. It's all him, just like everything is. And nothing comes back empty. Something always comes back with meaning. And so I'm going to go ahead and give Tim the floor here. I've got some other fun synchronicities that happened on vacation, but nothing quite like this. This was just incredible. I'll set the scene. We went down to help my mom moved to Texas.
Yeah.
We had to get her in assisted living. It didn't work out. We had to send her to Texas. My brother, she's living there now. She's nice and happy. She has a house down in San Clemente. She sold it. We have to move stuff out of the house. We've done this, 15 times. We've moved things out of the house. There's still stuff at the house.
I don't know how that was so full. That shed was full. I was not expecting that.
A year ago, we spent 4 days down there moving things, hiring people to move things, us moving things with your pickup truck, and still there's more things to be moved.
We've made countless trips.
Countless trips. To just new things spawn, so we have to go there to pick them up.
Yeah.
So anyway, we go down there. We're moving the stuff out, and one of the last things was this huge awning, right?
Yeah, it's 10 by 12.
Yeah, it was
in a box.
Right.
I know. I mean, it was open, but it was unpacked.
Yeah, you're supposed to install it, and it's it can it can retract, right? You crank the wheel and it goes out.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you crank it in if it's raining or windy or whatever.
Mechanical, so it's 12 foot long.
Yeah,
12 foot long, and it comes out 10 feet.
Right. So we're clearing all this stuff out. Most of it's going to the dump. However, Tim was like, this is really a good piece of equipment. He looks it up real quick on eBay or whatever he would look it up on.
The mechanical ones, they're not as much as like a motorized one you can get. You can get a mechanical one, they're like $400.
Mom got the motorized one. She used to have that one, or she was going to get that one. She ordered the motorized instead, and for whatever reason, she never returned it.
Never even installed this one. Never even took it out of the wrapping. I mean, the box was open, but it was brand new.
It was still in the plastic. It was brand new.
If I see something like that, I'm like, oh, just throw it on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace or something. Get $100 or whatever.
This is a couple weeks ago, so
pays for gas,
right? So
whatever. I would help your mom in any.
Oh, of course, I told you take it, do whatever you can. $300, whatever you can get for it, go for it.
It was also a brand new ladder, $100 ladder. You know what I mean? There's just stuff that most of it's trash. We're going to the dump, just kick it off my truck, and we'll just end the day.
Yeah.
But I saw a few things. I'm like, I can use this, and so we kept it.
Yeah, right. Yes, we absolutely kept it. It was in the truck. Throughout the day, we were having, whenever we get together, the synchronicities start. It's almost like the Lord, the angels, and all of our loved ones in the other dimensions start going, hey, Tim and Cody are together. Let's start playing some games and making weird things and funny things happen for them.
Weird songs start popping up
everywhere, which reminds me, we're 2026, right? So shouldn't we be hearing, like, if I go to the supermarket or if I go to a restaurant or if I go get my hair cut or if I go anywhere, right? There's music pumping through the loudspeakers where most places you go, right? Yeah. Whether it's a furniture store or a supermarket, it doesn't matter what it is. Shoe store, it doesn't matter. Mall, there's music pumping in, right? Every now and then you'll recognize the song. However, whenever I go anywhere and whenever there's songs pumping through, it's my generation songs every time. It's never 2026 generation. I don't even know what people are listening to. Drake, okay? I think it's
Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Charlie XCX.
Almost never do I hear those songs pumping. Everywhere I go, it's my generation. It's Pearl Jam, it's Nirvana, it's Smashing Pumpkins, or it's Prodigy, or it's one of these Postal Service. Like if it's electronic, it's my gen.
Yeah.
And if it's rock, it's my gen. And if it's rap, it's NWA, Run DMC, or the guy with the fake nose, Humpty Hump.
Yeah.
Digital Underground, right? So wherever so this is one of those
peace.
Things where it's like you can't verify other people. And you can't verify other experiences. However, my own experience, how come everywhere I go, it's my music that I grew up on? Even bands I don't like Gin Blossoms.
Do you remember one time we were out in the valley or something? We stopped at a Guitar Center. I don't even know what we were buying or doing or something. We just started jamming out, and King Gizzard came on, Shanghai came on.
Yeah.
We're like, what?
Well, and we were talking about King Gizzard on the way down.
Yeah.
And that song's not a big hit or anything. Why would it be pumping through the Guitar Center, satellite radio, whatever they use? I don't know. Anywhere I go, it's my music.
It's your music.
And I want the listeners to think, start paying attention. Everywhere, we already talked about music has messages. It can be part of the synchronicity, right? We have proof that God talks through song, right? We have the Psalms, which are songs. So just on your everyday, because when you go somewhere, if the reality is what it states it is, you should be hearing 2026 music and not know who it is. Right. You should be hearing Charlie XCX, or you should be hearing Fleet Foxes, Justin Bieber. I don't hear any of it whenever I'm out doing things. My daughter Liberty it is strange. My daughter Liberty will come home from being away from me, doing her own experience. And she'll come back like, oh, I heard this song the other day. It's like, where were you that you heard this? And she'll be like, name a restaurant, or she was with her friends and they were at a Walgreens and they heard it. And it's like, really? Because I go to that same Walgreens all the time and it's goddamn Even Flow. Even Flow. I mean, every time. I mean, is this a glitch? You got to check it out.
It is a glitch. And this reminds me, okay, so last week I went over to Dennis's, right? I took Luke out. We went and got burgers. And we come back. So I'm listening to Sophie Tucker. I've been listening to this for a long time now. And we walk back to, I parked my car down the street, right? We walk back into Dennis's, and the exact same song that was playing in my truck is playing in his backyard. I'm like, bro, I was literally just listening to this. Like, I walked to another place entirely, and it was the same song. I'm like, you like Sophie Tucker? He's like, I don't know. It's just on KEXP. I'm like, what?
Okay, yeah, bro. See, it's following you.
It was strange.
Bro,
I'm like,
that stuff is happening all the time.
That's weird. The exact same song.
That's because you are I Am. And you're going to keep having that experience. This is a big glitch, and I've keyed in on it. Everyone is, the music, the things, it's going to be attuned to you. The algorithm of reality is going to be attuned to you, whether it's the music, whether it's the clothes, whatever it is. I remember I went to a Nordstrom rack to get some summer clothes a couple years back. I didn't have any summer shirts. I wanted to do this button-up summer shirt thing instead of T-shirts because it's too hot, and tank tops, hit and miss. So
you get some linen.
Yeah, so I went to Nordstrom, and it was just my intent. And I'd been thinking about it for like 2 weeks, right? And everything was on sale, and it was every shirt I put on fit perfect and looked good and cool. I must have bought 15 shirts that day, man. I spent $200, whatever it is. Not bad for 15 shirts, and I've never been able to replicate. So now I'm all full, right? I'm satisfied with my wardrobe. So I don't know, maybe beginning of summer, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I should go get some more button up. A couple of them I wore so many times they got tattered and stuff. Their summer shirts are thin. And, so some of them ripped and stuff. So I go, oh, maybe I'll go to Nordstrom Rack again. But I wasn't fully focused on it. It was just kind of a nonchalant. And I go in there and there's nothing that fits me. There's nothing that looks good. There's nothing that, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. I go in there one time with all intention, really, it's going to happen, 15 shirts. I go in there with just a nonchalant, maybe I'll just check it out, because it was next to the Dick's. I had to go to Dick's for the kids, one of their sports, and there was no sport. So I said, I'll go in there for 15 minutes just to take a look, some Volcom, nothing. Right. Nothing. Just nothing.
Zero.
Nothing. It's things like that. Same with the music. All right.
The same playlist is playing.
Again.
You Shazam it says Cody's playlist. You're like, what the fuck?
I see a version of me shopping 2 years ago. Just, hey. Oh, my God. Marty McFly styles. Just disappearing.
At this point.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Just doppelganger. You look just like me. What's your name? Cody with a K and an I? Fuck, I'm out of here. Okay, so the awning.
Brody.
Right.
Oh my
What's
God.
your name, Cody? No, Brody. He looks just the same height. Just slightly better looking. I hate him. No. Okay. Okay. So we have the awning. We go our separate ways. The day was so strange. The old people.
Oh yeah. We went to that Habit to get some food after, and we had lunch.
It was our music.
How many times did we go to the dump? Twice or once? Maybe once that time, but my truck was full.
Yeah,
I was not
packed.
Expecting it to be that full.
The random people start engaging with us.
Oh yeah,
telling us
at the Habit.
Are you guys with it?
This random old couple.
Yeah, the guy was teasing us about our food. You're gonna eat all that, something like this, and then his wife started engaging.
His shirt's green.
They must be eating vegetarian. His shirt's green. Meanwhile, we're not looking at anybody.
Can I do that?
We're just talking. Yeah. The wife comes up.
The fist bump with the.
And she goes, "Are you guys here?" And points to her forehead like her third eye. Are you guys here? She says that to us. This lady's walking out of the Habit after eating lunch.
You guys are up here, right?
It's so good. She said, "It's so good to see you two here together.
We come here all the time.
We come here all the time. We love this place." And then she backed up and said, you guys are here, right? And then
Yeah.
pointed at her third eye forehead. And I just leaned into it. I'm like, oh, we're definitely
We're
there.
way up there.
We're way up there.
That's what you
That's
said.
what I said. Oh, yeah, we're way up there. Thinking maybe we're going to get metaphysical here.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, that's nice. Can I do this? And she reaches her hand out for a fist bump. And I was wondering what was happening. And I go, yeah. And I go to fist bump her, and we fist bump. And then she looks at me and goes, boom, and uses her hands to make like the explosion and widens her eyes. This lady's 72. Okay.
At least.
There's no reason. Her husband's just, he despawned. Who knows where he is? And she goes, boom. And I go, oh. I go, let's do it again. I didn't know you were going to do the boom part. And we did it again, and we both said boom. And then she looked over at Tim and did the fist bump with you and did the boom. But Tim was I
didn't know what was going on.
he was shaking.
Like, do you know these people?
He didn't even do the boom with the lady. He just kept looking at her as she did it for a third time. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
And then she walked away, and I think I asked you, do you think she had dementia? I was like really tripping out.
Yeah, well, I work with old people, and I said, I don't think so, because the husband left.
Yeah, he wouldn't do
He wouldn't
that.
just leave his dementia wife,
Right.
to talk to two young guys and about, you're here, right? Looked her straight in the eye. You're here, right? And pointed to the third eye. Now, I
The
should have just
whole
been like, what are you
time.
talking about?
Yeah, the whole time too it was playing our music through.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
I
it was
I
all
think We were
90s.
actually talking about some song that was on or something.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
I haven't heard
it was
this.
Knock on Wood. That one's been coming up a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, that's right. It was the
Meanwhile-
Boss Tones.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yes.
Knock on Wood, and which
Yeah.
is a spiritual thing too. It's like you don't want to manifest something we're going to lose
Knock
or
on
something
wood.
negative. You better knock
Yeah.
on wood, and it's knock on wood. You better knock on wood over and over. Tim and I have heard that song out together multiple times over the last 6 months too. By the way, I don't know what's going on with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I don't know anyone else that knows about them or likes them as
Yeah,
much
we
as
saw
do.
them.
Yeah, we saw them a few
back
times.
in the day.
So that makes no sense. Then this lady comes up and says this weird.
And we sat in the car for like a good 5 to 10 minutes, just like what just
happened?
What was-
Tim said, next time just go, what are you talking about? Like just go full norm, just full normie on her. You guys are up here, right? What are you talking about? What are you saying?
Yeah,
But that's not my first thing. No, we're way up there.
yeah.
Oh, we're way up there.
Well, because we are.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, that's where we're going. I mean, and if we're not, we're on our way. We're way up there for us.
Yes.
Anyway,
So fast forward.
yeah. Fast forward. So you take the.
I put this thing on offer up.
There we go.
And it's been sitting on there for a week and a half. I thought, I'll make a quick $100 or something and pay for the gas. I lowered it right to like 60. This guy and I had some people asked me, I'm interested. Can I pick it up? Would you take blah blah blah? I said, yeah. I couldn't connect. For me selling something on like that is like it's really. I got a lot of stuff going on with the kids and meetings and whatever. It's like I can only do it at certain times.
right.
Right. And so it just didn't work out with like 2 or 3 other people before this. And then this guy finally hit me up. I lowered it. It was like 60. He's like, hey, dude, I'm really interested in this. Like, when can I come? I said, well, I got like today after 9 or tomorrow after 6. And he was like, well, let's do it today after 9, right? And then he was like, oh, it's not really going to work out because I'm coming from, Mission Viejo. It's going to be a long drive. I'm going to be tired from work. Well, I said, let's go. Fine, tomorrow at 6 is fine. I get home from work around 6. So he shows up. This guy, David, he's pretty cool. He's
Well,
really
hold
cool.
on. Now, on the phone, so I don't want to skip over anything. On the phone, he said he's coming from where, I'm coming from Whittier. I live in La Habra. What was this part? Yeah, don't forget that part. That's on the phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or texting via the app.
Okay.
Or whatever. He's like, yeah, something about Whittier, but I'm working in Mission Viejo. It's kind of on his way or something. I was like, okay, sounds cool, right? And I'm thinking Whittier. I was born in Whittier. That's cool.
I was born in Whittier, too. So this is already, synchronicity is already lining up. And then he mentioned La Habra.
Yeah, so when he gets there,
Okay.
he's like, yeah, my family's in La Habra or something. I got a couple houses over there or whatever. And I was like, La Habra, that's where I grew up. Like,
I mean,
nobody mentions La Habra.
bro,
It's
La
one of
Habra's a
those
small
places
town.
that's in the middle of, like, there's a network of freeways around it, the 605, the 60, the 57, the 91.
Right.
It's right in the center.
Yes.
So it takes 20 minutes to get to either one of those freeways.
any freeway.
It's like, no one really lives.
No, and it's only a few blocks. If you really think about how big it is now and that we're grown up, it's a small town. It should be Whittier.
Yeah.
Or part of Fullerton.
Or Brea.
Or Brea. But it's not. It's just La Habra. I mean, there's like 1, 2, 3, there maybe 7 traffic lights and a high school.
Yeah.
I mean, no one knows La Habra. It's very rare that you're going to meet someone from La Habra or even knows about La Habra. It's not even a place you drive through to get anywhere.
No.
You know, Whittier, somewhat, you know, the Quakers, there's a college, Rio Hondo, all this stuff. But to say, you know, I live in Whittier, my family lives in La Habra, to put those two together for you, and then for later, right, in the future, to tell me the story, Whittier and La Habra, I mean, that's home run.
Yeah.
That sticks right in our gut. All right, he shows up, family in La Habra.
Yeah, so we started talking. I show him the awning. I had already pulled it out. I was kind of expecting him at a certain time. And he sounded like, you know, there's a lot of times people flake or whatever, but this guy was legit. He really wanted it. So I went out to the shed, pulled it out, put it in the back of my truck. It's in the driveway, right? He just pulls up. He looks at it. And he's, you know, it's in the box. The box is open, but everything's still in its bags. You know, it still has the, you know, that stuff that do not eat, like the
Oh, yeah.
You
mean like the stuff they put in the beef jerky?
Like the styrofoam, everything. It looks brand new. He's like, wow, it's perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. And I noticed, like, well, he had already told me he was working that job in Mission Viejo, right? I was like, oh, what do you do for work, right? Thinking, are you a tile guy or something? Like, you doing a bathroom remodel? And he was, but he's a general contractor. He's doing a bathroom remodel. And I was like, you know, I'm in the industry, so I do cabinets. I was like, hey, check out some of our stuff. I showed him pictures, gave him a card, you know, just kind of networking. And he's like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking about getting out of this business maybe next year or something. And I was like, oh, yeah? Like, because he's an older guy. I don't know how old he was, but I'm going to say, guess 60 maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So let's hold on. Let's slow down here. So a 60-year-old man coming to get the awning. He's doing a job in Mission Viejo. Yeah. All right. And he's a general contractor. It's not easy to become a general contractor. Okay. It's just not. Once you become a general contractor, that's usually your career for your life.
Yeah.
You know, like you're doing, you start in tile, you do drywall, and you start your own company, you start building houses. I mean,
yeah, it's definitely a career.
Yeah, yeah.
I've only met a couple other people that I did a job that this guy was a firefighter. So, you know, it's like 3 days on, 4 days off type of thing.
Yeah.
And he was a general contractor on the side.
On the days off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've met people like that, but most of the time, as a general contractor, that's what you're doing for, you know, I don't know, 30 years.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, makes good money. I mean, your stepdad was a general contractor, right? But he just
this guy was telling me he did jobs. He was working for a big outfit, and they sent him to Hawaii for a year or something. He was running projects out there, you know. So I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, general contractor. That's good.
So he says, thinking about getting into humanitarian work. And
humanitarian work? You know what I mean? Like 60. I'm thinking about getting into humanitarian work. Really? You're going to go feed the homeless at the church? That's a job?
I mean,
I thought it was volunteer.
I don't know, dude.
Humanitarian, I start thinking, okay, you have a general contractor. He's success, probably makes, you know, good money, right? He has a family. And you start thinking, okay, humanitarian. Like, so a guy that's making, like, you're going to be Angelina Jolie.
Peace Corps or something.
Like, Peace Corps, Angelina Jolie, work for the UN. You know?
What's going on
What is humanitarian other than, you know, running meetings at a sober living or handing out bags of food to the homeless at the church on Sundays? I mean,
what are we talking here? Salvation Army?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's humanitarian.
I mean,
right. We're going to go cure malaria in South Africa.
I kind of just asked him about, like, oh, yeah, what kind of work is that?
What is that?
Like, what is
Someone offered you a job in this?
He's like, well, I went to this summit recently, and, you know, it's about, like, the evolution of humanity and like spirituality and this. He started talking about like just frequency and vibration. It was weird.
Hold on, you got to slow it down.
I can't. It's just too much.
I know.
It's
So
just
that's what
too
I'm here
much.
for. That's what I'm here for. Okay. So
Frequency and vibration.
no, he didn't. Okay.
This
just
random guy.
no, he didn't.
Just a
You know what I
random-
mean?
Just a random encounter.
Okay. Offer up. You're selling an awning.
I've sold a lot of shit on.
I'm
Offer
from
Up,
Whittier.
bro.
My
It's-
family lives
it's
in La Habra.
One and done, bro.
Are you me?
Like, they pull up. Here you go. They look at it. Oh shit. Okay, how much? Oh, here it is. You know.
Yeah. Oh,
Venmo,
general contractor. Maybe I
cash.
can be your cabinet guy. Here's my card.
These
I'm thinking
things-
about getting into humanitarianism. Oh, really? What's that? Well, I went to a conference recently, and
These encounters usually take 2 minutes or less.
when you sell things,
Right.
yeah. Here's the
This
thing.
one
check-
was about an hour to 45 minutes to an hour, where we're talking about frequency, vibration.
Okay, so he says he went to this conference, and he
Yeah.
says that there was high level people there.
Yes.
Okay, he said
From everywhere.
from everywhere, from all over the
Countries
world.
I mean, Nicaragua, Venezuela, like physicists from Germany.
Physicists from
I've-
Germany.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
know,
like, oh, really? I'm like, oh, so were the aliens there? Like, just
right,
kind of
yeah,
throwing
a little fun
throwing
thing.
a
Let's
little-
let's liven
Yeah,
this up.
yeah,
It's getting pretty heavy.
Yeah, if everybody's there, and he says, oh yeah, the
Okay.
9 seats of the Galactic Federation or the Galactic Council or something. I was like, what?
Okay, okay.
That's when I was like, wait, what's happening here?
Whoa. He says, I'm thinking about leaving my general contractor job that pays me probably 6 figures
To do humanitarian.
to do humanitarian work. What does that entail? Oh, really? That's a job? What's that about? I went to a conference recently, and there was physicists from all over the
every
world,
country.
top guys from Germany, the top physicists from Germany. And I went with this former CIA Navy SEAL named Michael Jocko. He invited me.
Yeah, he sat at his table. or
Okay,
something.
and he sat at his table, invited him to this thing, and so.
Eat as much as you want. That's what they told him. He was like, yeah.
Oh, really? It was a big eat as much as you want. Okay,
Oh
so
my
he's at this
God.
high level. So this
Lawyers.
Oh yeah, Trump's lawyers. He said
Dude,
that Trump's
I'm
lawyers
telling
were there.
Yeah.
And if the listeners don't know, when a billionaire, just when a high level, I would say over $50 million type of person sends lawyers to anything in lieu of themselves going, that means they're basically sending themselves, right? Because the lawyers are there to represent you. They're going to, tell you everything that happened, make sure it's all above board on the up and up, et cetera, et cetera. So the president of the United States is sending his lawyers to this conference. So this isn't just a woo-woo conference with, 10 or 15 medium to low level spiritual influencers, new age, the psyop type thing. This sounds like it's, physicists from Germany are going there, and they're the top physicists. And it's not easy to become a physicist, by the way. And a former CIA Navy SEAL invited him. He's just a general contractor. And he starts talking about how there's this technology that uses frequency and vibration to do what?
Yeah, he said in the next coming years there's going to be a huge advancement in technology, and there's they have the technology with the megahertz, and enlighten people with the brain waves, and it's like I looked it up. It's like the gamma something.
Yeah, I listened. You got the theta, the gamma, the beta. These are the different frequencies that historically
30 to 100 hertz. He said something
Yeah.
in the 40s. I think it was like 43 or something.
Yeah. Okay. So we know that music is at a certain vibration, and the Rockefeller Foundation changed the frequency or the hertz back in the 30s. We know that Tesla was talking about this. We've covered a lot of this on our episode called Frequency and Vibration.
Right. That's the first thing I thought of when this
Right.
guy started talking about. I think he literally said frequency and vibration, and I was like, "Bro, do you listen to this podcast? Like, we have an episode titled "Frequency and Vibration."
Oh
like,
my
what
God, this is
happening?
not how you're trying
Like,
to sell an
this
awning
I know,
on
dude.
OfferUp.
I'm telling you. It was the strangest encounter I've had since the old people at the Habits. I was
Right?
like, dude, I was tripping out on that for a while because this is the most weirdest exchange I've had with anyone.
Sure. That's not
Just
you and me.
Random people, these
Right.
old people that just walked up. Like, what is happening? Right?
Yeah.
And then, like, not even 3 weeks later, this guy, and I'm talking, and I'm like, what just happened? Like, this is so weird. What, like, because you've had encounters with other people.
Yeah, where
Like
I mentioned
at the movie.
Yeah, and I go, it's a
disclosure
timeline
meeting.
shift.
That's what he actually said. There's going to be a big disclosure. He used that word.
Oh, okay. Okay, see,
And
more
I
of
think
it's
he said in October. I'm not.
You know what's strange is that you had this extremely strange, amazing, and synchronistic encounter, and I'm sure you were stunned by what was coming out of his mouth, and you were engaged really intently, and it was so amazing that you're having a hard time recollecting all the different parts, because we're out in the backyard talking about the show and what we're going to do, and you tell me the story, and now we're doing the show, right? We're recording, and I have to remind you of some of the details that you told me outside, which is totally fine. This is amazing. So he says they, meaning the people at this conference, high-level people at this conference, have the technology, or scientists, physicists have been working on this technology to enlighten people through Hertz and
it's going to be the collective consciousness that's going to change.
And he
the
used,
world.
and
that's his humanitarian project. I swear to God.
And it's going to be
what was said. It's crazy.
He said it's going to change the collective consciousness. That's going to change the world. And this is exactly what we're talking about on this show for the last 3 years and 11 months or whatever it's been now. We remember, I got the download, you get the download. It's in a different way, but it's still very similar, whether it's the Big Book or A Course in Miracles or the Bible. It's all 90 to 98% accurate. We're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
And we've been saying a long time, the last 4 episodes, I've been saying it, the scales have now tipped. I'm seeing us create the reality and bringing the kingdom to earth. And now this guy comes up to buy an awning off Opera, and he says that he's at this, spirituality at a summit. Now that's different than a conference. I can go to a conference. A summit, you have to be invited.
With
and
all these different
and the technology is
countries,
going to
officials from other countries. It was weird.
The technology is going to enlighten people, because I'm assuming. Remember, and I've been telling you this. The Holy Spirit is moving, and I got the download. You guys, and everyone's eventually going to get this download. Mm-hmm. Millions of people are waking up every day, every week, and it's just compounding. And now we're on OfferUp selling an awning for $60. And this guy's saying, oh yeah, summit, physicists, lawyers from the government, from the president.
He's just saying a lot of stuff that made me think, does this guy listen to our podcast? Because he was just like, frequency, vibration. And then it went into the Bible, right? And he's talking all about Jesus and God. Well, it says this and Revelations and
okay. So he's talking 5D metaphysical, esoteric spirituality.
Yes,
and then he
was all about God.
And then he immediately brings Jesus into the conversation.
In fact, when we ended the conversation, I was like, I had to go. Like, it was a little too much. I'm like, oh well, it was great talking to you. He's like, let me go ahead and pray us out.
Oh, really? And so he did.
So we're hugging, and he's saying a prayer.
So now he's hugging you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you remember 3 or 4 episodes ago, I'm at the Starbucks.
Yes.
And the Asian guy comes out, and I've been talking to Dad.
Your dad.
And and then he becomes my dad, and does the same thing. And
yes.
so now this is happening to you. And I think in that episode, I go, stuff like this is going to start happening to everybody. Mm-hmm. And I think at the time you were like, I'm glad this doesn't happen to me. That and here you go. You got a big one here. This is a whopper. So he's laying all this heavy stuff that you already understand. We've been doing a show about it. I mean, this is the show.
Right.
He's on the show. He's telling you about the show.
I did tell him about it, and I sent him all the links.
And this technology is going to enlighten the collective consciousness that's going to change the world. And that's the way Jesus wants it, because it says right here that the Holy Spirit will bring you knowledge of all things. I mean, something like this, right? And then you, to bring the temperature down a bit, not be so heavy, you jokingly say to him, Okay, god dang, I can't believe this.
Well, because we've just been doing episodes about the alien files.
What's all this? Yeah, the angels instead of demons, right?
All the released
You want to throw a joke in here
UAP
just to liven the
stuff, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, so the aliens were there.
So the aliens were there, and without missing a beat, he says,
"Oh yeah, all 9 of them from the table, the
okay,
galactic table." That's what he
slow
says.
slow down. So you say to him, "Oh, so the aliens were there." So the aliens. I mean, you know what you're talking about too. So on one hand, you're trying to throw a joke in. On the other hand, you're pretty serious. You know about the Galactic Federation.
I'm
We've covered, we've covered
Let's
all
see
the
where he goes.
Yeah, right. Right. No, those are demons. Or he's going to go. What if he goes Doomer? What if he goes? The Democrats, Republican. What if he? Then that could give you a sign like, okay, this guy's just a little. He might be still a little too, still anchored in the 3D. But instead, what he does, just like the Asian guy at the Starbucks, it's like the message, the gospel of love. Instead of like a zealot would be like the gospel of get on your knees and suck your thumb because you're going to hell,
Yeah.
So instead you're like, oh, so the aliens were there. And he says, oh yeah, all 9 of them. They're the 9 representatives of the Galactic Federation. Something like this. You heard the word galactic.
Oh yeah.
And whether it was council or you don't know what.
Yeah.
But you said 9. He said 9.
Galactic Council or table or something. There was 9.
There was 9. And then he started describing them.
Yeah, the Greys and something else.
Well, the ones we covered like 2 or 3 episodes ago, right? We got the tall whites, the Greys, the reptilians, and the insectoids. That's what the disclosure documents. Like, this isn't me, folks. Okay, these are the disclosure documents that people are talking about that the government's been releasing. Right? That was on. I played the clip. It was Jesse on Fox News, Jesse Waters, talking about that, and that's what this guy says.
Yeah.
You say, oh, so the aliens were there, and you say, yes. There was 9 at the galactic table.
Yeah.
At the galactic table. And this is on the back of the Israeli, special ops senior guy saying that the Trump administration is having communications with the Galactic Federation. That goes on the heels of the TV takeover in England back in the 80s with Vrillin saying that we need to raise our collective consciousness and love.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
No, Tim, wrong. Yes. Okay, no.
Yes,
it's
all the above.
Oh my God.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay. This guy comes to buy an awning. Whittier, La Habra.
I was like,
I went to a summit.
Wow, that's weird. I was born in Whittier and I grew up in La Habra.
Same with me, right? Okay, and then I may give up my career that's been paying all the bills really nicely for my whole life and join a humanitarian effort to dial in this technology that's going to enlighten humanity, which is going to raise the collective consciousness, which is going to lead to the kingdom of heaven on earth or so. And there's top physicists there.
Yes.
And a former CIA Navy SEAL that got a download awakening, and he's famous on YouTube. What's his name?
Jacko?
Yeah. Michael Jocko.
Yeah, he asked me. He's like, you heard of this guy? I was like, no.
Michael Jocko, Jaco, and so I look him up, and it's
he's all
100. Yeah, he's a Navy SEAL,
spirituality,
Navy SEAL, wartime combat, CIA, and he got the download.
Yeah,
he got the download from Holy Spirit, and he's out there talking all about it. Wow. Okay. So then, right, and I know the listeners are just like, this really happened. So he comes to buy the.
I know.
Oh my God!
I know. I was throwing
so
out
the aliens were
feelers
there
the whole time because when you're selling or buying stuff on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, whatever, Craigslist. Remember Craigslist back in the day?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
No, Craigslist.
Most people flake, and if they do show up, it's like
they show up with a gun.
I don't want these people in my house, type of thing. It's like let's just do the thing in the driveway, or it's like. You could get some people on
Craigslist.
Drugs,
you want to buy a TV set, and a hooker shows up.
Buying some drugs on Craigslist. People do that.
I know.
And so the whole time I'm like, I have my radar up.
Right.
And I'm like, is this guy on meth? Is he like a drug addict?
Yeah, you're trying to figure this out. Like, there's no way all these subjects that we're talking about are lining up perfectly with the gosh damn show
This guy has to be on acid.
I mean, or we are. I mean, I don't know.
And at no time, like, he was dead serious, and he was an honest guy. This guy was a guy, like a follower of Christ. Like,
Yeah, right. The real G, not a
by
zealot.
the end of the conversation, he prayed me out. I'm like, this guy he was not BSing me. Like,
Right.
At all.
He did go to this conference. He did see some.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
wow. I mean,
I
it's just
just
too
know.
much. Okay, then how did it get to this video?
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Hold on here. Now,
So,
then
are we doing the video?
now the conversation also turns to. He starts talking about the controllers, right? He didn't use the word Illuminati. He didn't use the word the Matrix. He used the word controllers or something like that. Do you remember maybe he just said they?
I think it was just they.
Yeah, they've been
been
trying to lower our consciousness for a very.
Yes.
Say that again. What did he say?
It was just like that.
Okay, he said they've been trying to lower our consciousness for a very long time.
Or steal our beliefs, something like that.
Steal
You know
our
what I mean?
beliefs. Well, this is way different.
I mean, it was something. It was transitioning into, I have video proof of my friend getting vaccinated and his consciousness or his spirit leaving his body or something. Like, they've been trying to develop ways to control our spirituality.
Right, which we've covered on the show in the sense of there's a flavor. The CIA and the controllers have a psyop. Remember we played the clip of the former intelligence officer going, everything's a psyop.
From like the 70s.
Everything's a psyop. Yeah,
Right.
They've been doing it all, right? So there's a flavor for every person, and they're always trying to head the Holy Spirit off at the pass, right? If the controllers know, they don't know the exact day or time, but they know it's coming, that there's going to be this awakening, and it comes in waves, right? We had a wave in the 20s. There's another wave in the 30s and 40s. That's where the new thinking, like the Course in Miracles type, Neville Goddard type thing started happening. They shut that down by inserting Alice Bailey, who's a CIA op, which they insert their own actors to regurgitate the truths that we get from the downloads.
Yes.
So that they can make it seem cuckoo, not real, or, if you're a Christian, make it look new age or sound new age, so they can just dismiss it completely and you can just lower your discernment senses, right? So this is the way they've done it for years. They'll use TV, they'll use books, they'll use music, they'll use, like I said, it doesn't matter what you're into, there's a flavor within that to try to dissuade you from getting the download or believing your discernment or your intuition, which is Holy Spirit. And then in that same vein, if the Holy Spirit is getting more powerful and doing these downloads to just a regular guy like me, to you, right? A former addict, right? Then they know that the time is short. So they're going to ratchet things up even more. The TV's not keeping enough people awake. The music isn't doing it enough. The food isn't doing it enough. So what do we do now? Oh, here comes COVID. Let's shut everything down. Let's make it so people can't communicate, can't talk. They'll self-isolate. See, they're just trying to kick the can, people. The war is over, #we won, okay? So there's no gonna stop this, okay? We're gonna ascend. We're gonna get there.
He actually did mention that.
Mention what?
That there is a point to where everything, like the singularity? Something?
Yes.
Like there is something that happens and they're trying to stop it from happening.
That's the singularity.
Yes.
So there's two singularities. There's the doomer singularity.
Okay.
That the controllers want to put in the minds of the 3D people, that the singularity is AI and computers, and we upload our consciousness into this thing, and you can never get out and you never die, and you're in this kind of hellscape thing. It's not true. It's all bluff.
Right.
But they're trying to take that word singularity and make it their own. So whenever you hear it, you go, oh, no, it's the mark of the beast is the singularity. No, the singularity is we're all on the same page, creating heaven on earth. The singularity is we all share the mind of Christ. The singularity is we're all Christ consciousness. We're doing things from that motivation. What would Jesus do? right?
Yeah.
But it's not just what would Jesus do for this situation. It's everything we do. It's everything we think. We're doing things intentional. That's the singularity. That's when the scale tips, which it's already tipped. The singularity is happening now. I mean, we can tell with the synchronicity. What are the mathematical odds that this guy's going to come to buy, an awning on OfferUp and all this is going to transpire? It's just confirmation. I mean, the exit's right here. I mean, you must already be on the Vegas freaking next exit. I mean, I guess we should be getting off.
Right.
Okay.
1 in a million.
Right. So the controllers, so he says controllers been trying to suppress our consciousness and our beliefs, steal our beliefs, suppress our consciousness in order to keep creating their, dystopic reality of lack, things don't come from God when everything does. There's enough for everybody. They don't want us to believe that. So over time, as Holy Spirit gets more powerful, these other things stopped working. Okay. The programming in the schools ain't working anymore. The programming on the TVs, the left-right divide's not working. What do we do now? We shut it down with COVID. We start throwing vaccines at people. And look at no judgment.
System reboot. Everyone's self-isolated. Let's try this.
And that's what he was talking about with this whole idea of the vaccine. Now, my personal opinion, when I ask Holy Spirit about the vaccine, it's neither here nor there. If you took it, it just shows your consent to that protocol. And whatever comes from that, right? At first the controllers told you it's a good thing to take it. So you're feeling good and you're feeling great. Then fast forward, now it's been 6 years, 5 years. Now they're saying that the vaccine was bad the whole time and Fauci's in front of Congress getting grilled and he might be in a lot of trouble.
He's pleading the fifth on everything.
Right.
He's not answering any questions.
No, he's not answering any questions. So now the controllers are trying to steer the belief that the vaccine's a bad thing. But it all comes down to what you believe ultimately and what you consent to, okay?
Right.
It's not that it's not black and white where I'm better because I didn't get it or I'm worse because I did. No. It was just another mechanism to keep everything suppressed, right? Because whether you're for the vaccine and you're like, everyone should get it, that keeps you suppressed.
Right. It's like watching the news.
Yeah, or whether
that.
Exactly. Or whether you're against the vaccine, that keeps you suppressed. Mm-hmm. Now, the next thing that he told you was, I saw it where I took my friend. This is what you told me. He took his friend back in the day to get the vaccine. And he saw the guys, he called it spirit or...
leave his body and go into the syringe.
What word did he use? Soul or spirit?
I think it was spirit.
Okay. He said, I saw his spirit go into the syringe.
Yeah.
Like it takes something from you.
Your spark, your spirit, I don't know.
Right. And we all know we have the divine spark. We know that's...
He's like, do you want to see it? I said, yeah, I want to see it.
Okay.
So he showed it to me.
He showed you a video of his friend getting vaccinated.
And I did want to say this because he was very adamant about not having his friend. Like he had talked to his friend about it, and he's like, yeah, you can show people, but I don't want my face to be in there. So when he sent me the video, I did crop it. I just want to if he is listening,
good.
I did. I cropped the video. You can't see the guy's face. It's just the arm, the syringe.
Yeah,
you can see the nurse or whatever. I was just looking at this. The date on this is April 19, 2021. So you can see a nurse. It must have been at one of those places because I see asphalt like underneath on the ground. It's not in a facility. It's like one of those pop-up.
Oh yeah, the
COVID
pop-up
vaccine things.
Like a drive-through. I remember.
Yeah, and you can see the syringe is loaded with something. And you see the plunger go down.
All the way.
Once it goes down all the way, you can see a white something come back up into the syringe, which is really strange. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that. And I've used a lot of syringes in my day.
Oh my God, yeah, Tim. You have.
Like, nothing comes back up. Once the plunger goes down,
nothing can come in.
Nothing should come in. Nothing should come up.
The thing would have to go through the needle through the plunger.
Yeah, like it would have to suck.
There's a black thing
back in something. I don't know.
This is wild.
It's just it's too much.
Yes, it's way too wild. It makes no sense. This entire story is a complete glitch.
I know. I
Okay.
went back into my room after that. Like he was like, "Oh, let me pray us out," right? And I was like, I was like, "Yes, please,
Yeah.
please," right? Because
Yeah.
this guy was really all about Jesus and God.
I
Like,
need a
He was
prayer.
like, "The Lord led me there, to this summit, and like He's brought me here." Like he was like all about it.
Yeah, he's getting downloads.
Which was great,
He can't
which-
believe this.
Which leads me to believe like everything he told me was true. I have no reason not to think that because he was all about it.
Well, I mean, no, I believe every word of it because we've been spending the last 4 years talking about it,
Yeah.
and I'm using mainstream news articles and the Bible itself to make my case.
Right.
And when this guy talks to you, look,
I,
if just one or two things wasn't the same, I mean, this is 100% download confirmed. And nothing he has said in here has not been something we haven't covered.
I know.
That's what's retarded,
That was the.
for lack of a better term.
was
That's what's
the-
dumb. You know,
that was the part that worried me.
right? Yeah, that's the part that worries me. Like, I got on this ride of ascension, and I had no idea what it would entail. Just reality, just dripping, falling apart, like left and right. I mean, this is insane. So then,
Yeah, he started.
I mean, we're
he was
talking. So
about
the aliens were there.
timelines.
Yeah. Wait, he was talking about timelines too.
Yeah, I think he brought up the CERN in like
Yeah.
Switzerland or something.
Okay, they shut it
and,
down
like,
for 3 years.
Yeah,
and now the
I
timelines are-
think we even had a conversation about Mandelas.
Really?
Oh my,
Oh my
Now that
God.
I think about it, like
We
it was
gotta-
so much.
we're gonna
Like,
try to get this
I
guy
went
on
into my
here.
room and laid down for an hour.
Oh, you
just
have
like-
to. Yeah. Can I just watch, Seinfeld? I mean, I just want to get back to that timeline sometimes, just so I can breathe. Okay. So he shows you this video of his friend getting vaccinated.
The thing goes down the syringe.
Syringe
it's
goes down,
empty,
plunge.
The plunger's down.
I've seen
And
this video.
White thing comes up,
And there's a white-
shoots back up into the tube.
There's
and
a-
he was like, "Yeah,
There's a white kind of energy type thing. It looks like shooting back up into the syringe.
yeah,
And we all know, science will tell us everything is an energy exchange. Okay. So everything we do, right? Everything's energy. This table's energy just vibrating at a certain frequency, right? To give its hardness, right? So when you're consenting based on your belief, that they're putting something in, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I mean, that is, okay, now that's fact, 3D fact.
yeah."
So if you're plunging something in, something's coming out.
Yeah.
And something came out. I mean, this isn't esoteric. I can see it on the video. I have the video now myself. Tim sent it to me. Again, you can't see no human being. You can just see an arm. You can hear a nurse. This thing comes out of the person. And shoom. And it's so fast. As soon as that thing shoots up, the nurse pulls it back like don't let anyone see that. Like,
Yeah.
almost like a
Yeah.
really trippy kind of intention type thing. Now, does the nurse know? No, but
Probably
on
not.
her subconscious level, the archons, the infrastructure of the control system alerted her to pull away quickly because it's being filmed. I mean, we're seeing something extremely strange.
And he did tell me afterwards. He was like, "Yeah, my friend was really scared and something about like, am I going to hell and this and that." And he was a little bit doom and gloom. He's like, "I don't know, that you're probably going out because of this, but I don't think that way because
Yeah.
I don't really believe in hell."
Well, no, it's not that we don't have to believe in hell.
Right.
It's that Jesus tells us that there is none. That
Right.
it's not like that.
Yeah, I've unlocked the keys I hold the keys to Hades. That's what he says.
It's Gehenna, okay, which was an actual place. That doesn't mean you're not going to be, I don't want to say punished, but when you're a criminal or you're a murderer or you're an evil person with evil intentions all the time, are you really going to be surprised if you're at some place, some timeline or some place you don't want to be one day? You're not going to be surprised. You're just not.
No.
Okay. This idea of hell is this idea that a person going to work every day, raising his kids, doing things right, and he's a Hindu, and he wants to stay there because his grandparents, and it works for him too, right? He does a watermelon here and there. He prays to the different, and it works for him. He's going to be penalized because he didn't go against his cultural upbringing, and he's going to help. No, dude, no, bro, no. And Christ clearly shows us that when, and we just covered it. The disciples and Jesus are walking through the town that rejects him, so they reject him. Mm-hmm. Okay, a whole town of people are rejecting him, just like a whole religion is. And even that, the Hindus love Jesus. Okay, they think he's amazing. However, this town rejected him outright. Get out of here. We want your problem. I mean, it says rejected. So you could think like, get the hell out of my town. Like fuck off type thing. And the disciples are like, hey, let's fire and brimstone these, MFers. And Jesus says, what are you talking about? We're not doing that. I came here to save men, not destroy them.
Yeah. They know not what is it?
Yeah. Yeah. You do not know what spirit you are of. He tells the disciples. He rebukes them.
Right.
Going like, basically you're acting like, darkness itself. I came here to save men, and he does that over and over and over. All right. Mm-hmm. And when he actually is talking about evil people going to an evil place, we don't need to worry about it. We're not evil. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it. We're not. We're worthy. He died on the cross, rose again 3 days later. We're all saved. Everyone is saved that wants to be, that is a decent human being, because I've come to save men, not destroy them, for the town that rejected him. So even the atheist, even the, don't get it twisted. It's really
more
not
about
that
just
complicated.
Keeping your own side of the street clean.
Yeah, man. And if you want to,
it's going to happen to everybody in their own time. And
it sounds like it's happening a lot faster than we ever thought possible, because we're having summits.
And there's technologies.
Angelic technologies that are going to, UFO. I told you, when the ships land, get on, people. I'm telling you all this. Okay? I'm going to give myself some flowers here. I mean, I've been predicting this, and here we go. Now it's the guy buying an awning on OfferUp. Oh yeah, went to the summit. We're all going to the kingdom.
The strangest.
They're opening up portals to 5D. It's all there.
Yeah.
Oh, were the aliens there? Absolutely. There was 9 of them. Reptilian, and you can't make it up. This is what he said.
He even said with that technology, the megahertz, the 43, I think it was, that it will propel us into 4D, even 5D. That's what he said. That's
what he said. He said even 5D.
Yeah,
which is where we're going. But the actual physical world is going. We're not going to die. We're going to this thing. We're going to this place, and the darkness is going to be done, and we're not going to have to be slaves anymore. And we never had to be anyway. But hey, nobody's perfect. So we believed everything they told us.
Yeah.
And then we manifested their little world, and their party's over. It's okay. They had the party for a long time. They're still partying.
Yeah,
they're going down, dude. When the guy that's buying the awning is telling us, and then he prays it out. And was the prayer a zealot prayer, or was it a real Jesus love gospel prayer?
It was love.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Okay, so then that sealed it. That sealed it. That whole conversation was sealed under love gospel.
Yeah.
Of just love your neighbor. How do I get to heaven, Lord? That's what the Jewish kids ask him in the New Testament. How do I get to heaven? Love your God, love your neighbor, love yourself. And that's what he says.
Yeah.
He doesn't say, kneel down and kiss my feet, for I am the Lord. I mean, why doesn't he say that if that's the requirement?
Yeah.
Because it's not the requirement. The requirement is to love. That's the requirement. He'd rather everybody love and not judge each other, because that's all going to take care of itself. And we don't need to worry about that stuff. We're going to be so focused on where the evil are going. They're going away. Okay? They're going away. If people really want to just, lean into the darkness and stay that direction, then, God bless them. But they're not going to be where we're going. And where are they going to be? Somewhere they probably enjoy. If they're into darkness, they don't want to be locked into a 9 Inch Nails concert for the rest of their life. That's fine. And I love 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, they're going.
But
they're going down the devil's slide.
Yeah,
devil's throat.
Hey, I went down devil's slide. Yeah. It's not a bad ride at all. No. I never want to ride it again.
Yeah.
Okay. I rode it once. I never want to ride it again. That's just like addiction, right? I rode devil's slide. You ever rode devil's slide? Hell yeah.
I stuck that in my vein.
That in my name. was more than a 60-foot drop. I'll tell you that, Code. I'm still recovering.
The loneliest place I've ever been.
Oh my God. Yeah. So look, everybody gets what they want, whether they like it or not.
That's true.
And what this thing, now I wish we're going to have the YouTube one day. I swear we are.
You've been saying that.
We got to put this video so the listeners can see this thing shoot up into the freaking syringe. The syringe is empty. It's made of plastic with a metal needle. Whatever came out of his body should not have got, I mean, you have to go through the plunger, so it's part of his divine, that individual, part of his divine spark, part of his belief went into the syringe. Okay, now we don't know if the end result of that was negative or positive. It's all about how he feels.
Right.
Okay, it's not like the nurse went off and gave it to the archons who freaking fed on it. You know, it doesn't have to be that way. The fact that we saw anything come out of it is just more confirmation that everything's an energy exchange. You think you're getting a shot, but the shot's all under weird. Look, I like tetanus shot, step on a nail. I've got I got poison ivy before, get the shot, right? You're working out, you want some peptides, you give yourself a shot. You know, all that stuff is an intention for your good, okay? Yeah. This one was really weird, right? Families were separated, right? Even his friend that took him to get the shot, he wasn't as lightened as he is when he was talking to you, obviously, because he said, well, I don't know if you're going to hell or not. I mean, you know, yeah. And in the zealot Christian mindset, that might have been the mark. And at the time, that was kind of a
mark of the beast.
Yeah, it was it was a conversation within those type of circles.
Oh, I know. I remember.
For good reason, in the sense of you don't need a shot to live. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your time is already set.
All you need is faith.
All you need is the knowing and the belief.
Right.
And you're going to be fine. All right. That being said, if you step on a nail, I suggest you go get a tetanus shot. I've got, okay. But this one was not a tetanus shot. It wasn't, it was really esoteric. It was really murky why we needed this thing. The whole COVID virus was also murky, right? Was it the cold? Was it the flu? And then even
Fauci was everywhere.
Fauci was everywhere. He was Santa Claus.
Then he disappeared.
I mean,
and now he's not answering any questions.
No, not at all.
He's pleading the fifth on everything.
Right, and he has
so that's questionable.
Very questionable. And he had some shares in some of these pharmaceuticals.
Oh yes.
And the pharmaceutical companies. This is a great idea for them. They're not going to turn down. If the government says, hey, can you make 2 billion doses and we'll pay you for them, why would they say no?
Are you going to send me money?
Right. If I made something,
Let's go.
I don't know if you need it, but I'll make them for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this particular shot was under all different types of murky weirdness, whether we needed it or not. Was it the cold or the flu? And then you saw the numbers. The flu numbers were down. The cold numbers were up and vice versa.
And then at some point,
the whole thing was weird.
3 or 4 different manufacturers, right?
Right.
Like Moderna was one.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. The Moderna one's no good. If you get the Covax one, you need 3 of them. Yeah. Some you only needed 1. Others you needed 5.
Yeah.
You know, so look, it was all just so murky. That's why this whole conversation, that's why something's coming out of you got to see this video. It's weird. But everything's an energy exchange. So we've got to guard our beliefs, and we've got to guard our decisions, moment to moment. I have a whole thing that happened to me on my vacation and things I had to do, but I mean, we have to save it for the next episode because this one was just so. When you told me this story outside, I said, okay, well, whatever I thought the show was going to be today.
It was the strangest encounter I've had with a stranger
since we started the show.
Yes.
Or I mean, yeah, maybe ever. You wouldn't even have this encounter 10 years ago.
I know,
You know what I mean? Like we were all just so anchored into the 3D. You'd be talking about the new episode of Seinfeld and laughing your ass off and goodbye. It'd be on Craigslist or the Penny Saver. You know, you'd be selling something like that. Like, yeah, I'm walking out of the movies and go, it was a timeline shift. The guy's like, yeah, it was. You know, like, it's just, what is going on? I love it. I love it. We're getting closer and closer.
That's great.
We're going up that Jacob's ladder. Yeah, so we got another show coming up. We love you.
Yeah, we do.
Enjoy and guard your beliefs. And look for those synchronicities, man. They're out there. They're happening all the time. We love you.
Later.